Right, well, we're up. Excuse me. We are live. Hello, Edith. Hi, sweetheart. How are we all doing? Hello. Hello. Why are you up on me? Thank you. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Barney, you're in trouble, buddy. Yes, you are. Look at that poo. Look at this. He's been rolling. And don't pretend like the rest of you haven't either. Yes. There's going to be bad reports today. Well, if you're joining us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton, and you join us on Monday morning. What is it, the 17th of March? Paddy's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and not that that really affects us here in Scotland, but it might potentially be of interest to you watching. It's definitely one of those days in the calendar that you don't really bother about too much, to be honest. But then, as I've been driving to pick up the dogs this morning, I've seen a lot of people dressed up for St. Patrick's Day. Quite a lot of students. I think quite a lot of youngsters, all probably going out and having a drop or two of Guinness, maybe. And yeah, I am not jealous of that at all. I am very grateful that we are here with the pups and not going drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, as those guys clearly were. In fact, they were out much earlier than that. It was closer to 10 o'clock than 11 when I saw them. So fair play to them. Good on them. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, please stay with us. We'll just invite you to come along on our dog walk for 5 or 10 minutes. You get to meet the team. I'll show you a little bit about where we are, and hopefully we can have a little chat and a little bit of fun. We're based in Edinburgh. That's our view from where we are up here just now. We're on a bit of a nature reserve, and the dogs and I are out for our morning adventure. I knew I could hear people, and there they are. There they are. We won't film them, that's not very nice, but they were shouting at each other, even though they're right side by side with each other. So the dogs kind of alerted me to that before I realised that there was someone there, and then I heard the faint din of their voices. Right, Ruby, thank you for this. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know that Ruby and I get snagged on every single possible tree stump and root and anything else that can possibly grab a hold of that lead. So there's the first of the day and the first of the week there just now. Thank you to everyone who's already given us a little like. That helps the algorithm no end to help people discover the channel. So if you've done that already, I see a few of you have. Thank you so much. It's very kind, very much appreciated. We're condition-wise today for the dogs, it's really nice. It's quite cool. The grass is still quite wet. That might come into play later when I need to clean Barney with all that poo that he's got on him. Edith! What are you going hunting off for? You were very keen to just go in a very straight line there. Where were you going? What was it? So the conditions are basically perfect for the dog. It's about 5 degrees here in Edinburgh just now, which as far as I'm concerned for March is fine. It's cold, but at least it isn't raining, so we're quite happy with that. We're pretty happy. What are you guys? How's everyone doing? What have we been up to this weekend? We've usually had a few more people drop into the chat by now. You don't need to do that, of course. You can just sit there and enjoy what's going on. Potentially wait for some drama to unfold. I don't think we'll get any. But if I had gone live when we started the walk, we would have. A woman just came out of the bushes where we were parked from. I had no idea she was there. and she startled us, and she got startled also, and it set the dogs off barking. I can't imagine that being too welcoming a way to sort of start your day, but the dogs were fine. We both laughed about it, and she was fine, and she was happy to see the dogs. But I was like, where did you come from? She was just, one minute she wasn't there, and the next minute she was there, and really startled all of us. So this way, Edith. Charlie, come this way, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. There's quite an interesting bird up in that tree, but I don't know what it is. It's singing quite lovely. I'm sure you can pick that up. Oh, it's just fluttered off. Oh no, it's still there. It's still there. It's quite unique. I'd never be able to show you with the phone. Like, the quality of the camera on the live isn't good enough to be able to show you, but I've not seen many of those before. Don't know what it is. Anyway, there we go. Bird watching 101. Bird watching 101. So yeah, so we just wander along, do our thing. The dogs get to have a good bit of freedom, and as long as they're not off causing trouble with anyone, they get a relative amount of freedom. Ruby, unfortunately, is the only dog on the line because she's a beagle. She just likes to hunt. She gets a scent, she follows her nose. And this stuff here, I've spoke about this many times on the channel before, but this is called gorse. If I just show you, that is incredibly prickly. It's like really sharp, and she can get underneath this. There's like a kind of soft underside to it. She can get into it, and that's where things like badgers and rabbits and deer, foxes and these kind of things all live. And she can get in and I can't. So there's been many occasions where we've had to wait a couple of hours when she's gone in one side and came out the other. Come on, you two. Come on. Barney's barking away to himself there. Come on, old bean. What are you barking at? There's not many things around, so I don't know what that was. That's an interesting one. But yeah, so the rest of the dogs get a lot of freedom. They get to kind of make their own decisions. They make good decisions, they get rewarded. And if they don't make such good decisions, then we need to impose some kind of restriction, whether it be walking by my side or maybe going onto the lead, that kind of thing. But more often than not, they're just very well behaved, to be fair. So if you are hanging around hoping for a little bit of drama, it might happen. There's always the chance. For example, if you were with us about a minute ago, I was explaining a woman just appeared from the bushes when we got out the van and set all the dogs off barking. She scared me and I scared her. But other than that, I don't think we're gonna have too many problems. Where we are as well, I don't know if it's very obvious. I don't know how much of the camera, the depth, the sort of view of the depth is, but where we are, we can see what's coming in a lot of different directions, so it's usually pretty handy for us. Hey my dear, how you doing? Come on guys, this way. Another dog walker just down there as well, doing the same thing as I am. We're all quite well connected. It's useful to be friendly with the other people who do it, because if someone loses a dog, or if there's something we should all know about, a dead animal or something that be hazardous to the rest of the dogs, we just have a little group chat to talk to each other and kind of share the info. So we're quite pally. We all went out for Christmas as well, which was a nice little thing that we do, because we're all obviously self-employed, and it's just me, myself and I, and 23 dogs. So my Christmas party could have been a bit limited, shall we say. So a few of us got together and did something. It was quite nice. It was quite good fun. Hey sweetie, I know. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I don't know. I don't know. We're coming down into the main body of the Kirk now. We're much more likely to bump into more people. Joggers, cyclists, other dogs, other people. We'll hopefully just keep ourselves to ourselves. Occasionally we'll hang out with some of other dogs, especially if we know them. There's a lot of dogs in the area that we're friends with. Thank you, Alfie. That's enough now. We don't need anyone else rolling, do we, Barney? Stinky Chops is going to be getting a shower in about 20 minutes time. So if we see some of our friends, we might go and hang out with those dogs, but otherwise we'll just probably try and... We have enough dogs to play with, don't we, Alfie? Don't we, buddy boy? Hey, Charlie boy. I know. Oh, I wonder if Frank is maybe... He wouldn't be aware. Charlie has an admirer, a friend of mine called Frank, who jumps on our lives on a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday to see Charlie. He has the same kind of dog, but we've got Charlie on an extra walk today, so I wonder if he'll notice this. Oh well, I'm sure I can let him know that he can watch this back as part of a video on my channel, which you're all welcome to do. We go live every day about the same time, so we pop up the video after. In case you missed it live, you'll be able to watch it back a few minutes after we filmed it. And so if you fancy subscribing to the channel, of course you don't have to, but it would be lovely if you did, and you get to see and hang out with these guys every day. Hey, I know. Puppies. It's busy today. There's a lot of folk out and about. I don't think we're going to really cross paths with anyone. We're probably a good distance enough away from everybody to manage the situation pretty well. But and there's enough space, but we're just going to move over this direction anyway, because there's some dogs coming that I'm not so sure about. This way, guys. Good puppies. Well done. You get asked a lot, how do we manage so many dogs? And it's quite interesting because sometimes together it's a little bit easier to manage more of them than fewer of them. They learn off each other and they kind of guide each other along and things like that. So if you get the right combination, things just work really well. And we have a different combination every day. I'll maybe stress that if you're thinking about subscribing every day. We have some of the dogs that are out with me every day, but tomorrow we've got a couple of new dogs, and as a new from not what you're seeing right now. And yeah, each day we've got a different combo, so it's good. It's interesting to see when it works, and sometimes if any of the dogs sort of spar on each other and maybe grate on each other a little bit, but for the most part they're all very, very good. Oh no, Edith, sweetheart, stand still, I've got you. Good girl. You okay? You've still got a wee bit in your tail, but I think I can get that, sweetie. Hang on. Thank you for licking me, Stanley. That's not that helpful, but good boy. Here we go. Good girl, you're okay now. Good puppy. Good puppy. I know you're happy that I've helped you. I know, I can see. Bless her. It was like a thorn bush or a bramble bush tangled up in her. I don't know how she's managed to get that. There's not any of that where we're walking right now, so I don't know what she's done there. You found the only bit of shrubbery that there is. Anyway, she's fine. Good girl. Good pups. Can you guys see Alfie in the grass there? He's just there. Alfie, come. What a good puppy. Good boy. Good boy. I must have, at some point, whistled the dogs, because now, as soon as I whistle, that's Alfie's cue to hang back and show off his recall. When we're just walking together and I've not had to give them any real commands, he'll just walk with the team. But if I spin around now, yep, he's right back, waiting. This way, buddy. Alfie, come. Are we just going to get this all for the rest of the morning now, bud? And it's another good example of just rewarding the good behaviour, and the other dogs see that as well and know that if they're asked to come, they'll get a biscuit. Won't you guys? Oh, you were very... Stanley! There's no more. There's nothing. I've not got anything for you guys. Come on. Come on. Oh, rascals. You see what you've started, young man? You see what you've started? Well, there we go. A wee sneaky insight into our team, into our day, into our routine, and into the behaviour of some of the dogs. If you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back again live tomorrow. I've actually got a little piece of apparatus for tomorrow, a little point of view holster thing, so maybe it'll be different. I don't know. I think it'll probably be pretty similar, to be fair, but it might be a little bit different. So if you want to see us and you don't want to miss us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you then. Until then, have a lovely Monday. Take care of each other. Say hello to your dogs for me. And from me and the pack, we're going to drop off. So thank you for watching. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.